What if you could start a business today that grows every single month, brings in predictable revenue, and that you could sell for 7 or 8 figures? My name's Austin Ortiz. I started a window cleaning business out here in Palm Beach, Florida. In the past couple of years, we've scaled it to over $1 million a year in revenue. And in just the past couple months, we've implemented service plans, which have been an absolute game changer. And right now, we're adding $100,000 to $200,000 every single month in annual recurring revenue. This isn't theory, this isn't made up, this is happening right now. I know where you're at. You're stuck in your job, you want predictable income, you're overwhelmed with all these trendy different businesses online, or maybe even own a window cleaning business, but you're not doing service plans yet. This is a business model that has been working for decades. In this video, we're gonna be covering a couple things. What window cleaning service plans are, crafting an irresistible offer, selling the service, how to actually deliver the service, implementing systems to scale, and then ultimately how to build a sellable asset. Throughout this video, we're gonna be giving away a few free resources, our exact sales framework, our price sheet, and then our CRM we use to set these plans up. So let's get into it. First, we're gonna go over what service plans actually are, why they work, and why they win. So what is a window cleaning service plan? A window cleaning service plan is selling multiple window cleanings packaged in a 12-month contract. So what does that mean? Well, a window cleaning job is where a homeowner will call you out to clean their windows. I know it sounds simple, but the difference between that and a service plan is now they're calling you out to clean their windows once, but then twice, 3 times, 4 times, and ideally you'll be cleaning them for life. So instead of making $300 off that client one time, you're now making money off that client for the rest of your life. So what is the benefit of that? Well, you now have predictable revenue and predictable jobs for your technicians. And also you now have a higher lifetime value for that customer. The best part is though, you now have a business you can sell. So let's touch on that lifetime value part real quick. You can now spend a lot of money to acquire that customer versus just a $300 one-time clean. You can't really spend too much versus a customer that's going to be giving you money for the rest of your life. You can now spend a lot of money, which makes that lifetime value that much more valuable. And what does it mean to pay to acquire that customer? Well, it's the money you spent paying out commissions for door-to-door sales reps or the money you spent on ads to acquire that customer. So what that lifetime value does is you're now able to spend more because you're gonna be more profitable on them. So let's break down why service plans really win on the whiteboard. Okay, so let's break this down comparing one-time cleans to service plans. Okay, one-time clean. Average one-time clean job is $300. We're going to be paying the sales rep 30% commission on this $300 job. So minus $90. We also have to pay the cleaner 25%. So it's going to take off 75 bucks. So we profit grand total of $135. $135 is what's in our pocket. And this customer, yeah, they might call us back out. Odds are probably won't. Now let's go over to the service plan breakdown. So on the initial, they get a little bit of a discount. So the initial clean is going to be $250. And on average for the house that we're doing for $250, it'll be about $60 a month if it's a quarterly clean. So the total contract value on this plan is $970. And again, we still have to pay the sales rep, still have to pay the cleaner. So off that $970, we pay that sales rep $291, which is 30% of that contract. We pay the cleaner $243, which is 25%, which gives us a grand total of $436 profit on just that first year. And this is for that same exact client. But that same exact client gets a better service and now a better outcome. And so not only does that give us 3 times the amount of profit, but also because we do such a good service, that customer that generated us $436 in profit is going to renew that contract. So pay us $436 in year 2 and year 3 and so on and so forth. Also, window cleaning is just one service for a home. There could be pressure washing, roof washing, gutter cleaning, and so on and so forth. So you can take that same customer, use multiple services in your business, generate you even more profit from that same person. And a couple other key points. First thing is there's a couple little secret things you could do in that first year while doing that person's service to make them stick for life. And the second thing, that $291 commission we're paying that sales rep is on the high end. That's 30% we're paying them. If you use traditional marketing, let's just say by ads, on average, you're gonna be spending about 20%. So that's an extra 10% of profits in your pocket. And this is the best part. After year one, this $291 to acquire the customer, whether it's from door to door or ads, goes away completely. You now have an extra 30% profit in your pocket. So your profit in year two and year three is no longer 436. It's a whopping $727. Almost a 7x profit on just that one-time clean. And that's just one of the reasons why this business model is so great. So that is why service plans is such a win for the business. Now let's go into creating the offer that's so irresistible that makes the homeowners just want it. So we have two different options. We have our quarterly, which is mainly what we do out in Florida because it's year round. And then we have our biannual, which sometimes we do for the people that want it less frequently or the people that live in a place where it gets cold. This is perfect for you. So our minimum is $200, which is anything below 20 windows. So for that, we price them at $200 for the initial deep clean. And that is depending on our market. So if your market's different, you have to adjust. So for our quarterly clean, for the $200 initial, it'll be $60 a month. And the biannual, $30 a month. And for our plans, we do a range of 10 windows. So the next plan is 20 to 30 windows. So it goes up in increments for 10 windows. So our next plan is 20 to 30 windows. And for this, every 10 window increment, the initial goes up by $50. So $249 initial. The quarterly option goes up by $20. And then our biannual goes up by $10. So if it's 30 to 40 windows, it'd be a $300 initial. If it's a quarterly, it'd be $100 a month. And then if it's a biannual, it'd be $50 a month. So it's really a whole balancing act. We gotta make sure that the homeowner gets enough value for that price point. Gotta make sure we get the technician paid enough to where he's gonna want to do a really good job. And then whether we acquire the customer from door to door or paid ads, gotta make sure the business has enough room to still be profitable. So we've had to play around with the numbers to make sure it fits our market perfectly. This is exactly what we use, but if you're in a different market, adjust accordingly. So the final touch on this irresistible offer is the value we give the homeowner on that first deep initial clean. So out here in Florida, we get really bad hard water spots. So on that first clean, we do a full deep clean of all the frames, tracks, and sills. We remove all their hard water spots. And then the real kicker is we apply a protective coat on all the windows. It works like a rain jacket. And the beautiful part about it is it only lasts about 3 to 6 months. So it incentivizes the homeowner to get on this plan. So you're getting them in when the pain is super, super high. And then so they don't get back to that pain level, you're doing a maintenance plan to keep the windows clean and ultimately protected. This makes it super irresistible to the homeowner and just makes it make so much sense. And on top of all that, to make this so irresistible, we offer 100% clean window guarantee. So at any point in between our visits, if we're not due to come out, we come out at no cost to them. And because we use that protective coat, this allows us to not get a lot of callbacks. So now let's go over the equipment you need to actually do the jobs. So you're just gonna wanna get soap, squeegee, and a bucket. Let's jump over to a house so you can see exactly how to clean the windows. All right, guys, we're here with Ray, the service manager. He is the reason all of our customers are so happy and all the windows look sparkly clean. So he is gonna give you a full breakdown of exactly how to clean the windows, and then also how to apply that protective coat that only H2O Bros has. And if you want to start using the code as well.
All right, hey guys, how we're gonna do these windows here is we're looking at frame detail. You have a lot of spider webs. Track here isn't too bad, but that's pretty dirty. We want to get that out. Seal as well. And those top corners, crevices are gonna get done, as well as all of the glass here, every single pane. We're gonna wipe down these muttons. Let's get started. So for window cleaning, we have two methods. We have DIY DI tank with extension water pole that shoots out water and high pressure. That is one method. Another method here is squeegee, water, soap, microfiber rag. What we're gonna do here is detailing microfiber rag because these seals and tracks aren't in worse shape. DI tanks are more for the heavy debris of algae and so on and so forth. These windows have been kept in pretty good condition. We're just looking at a couple spider webs and getting in those crevices. Always take into account what a window needs. Detailing is what this one needs here. But the DI tank would work on this window as well. All right, so a window this size takes from between any time of 5 to 7 minutes. First step here, what you want to do is spray the water and soap on your window. Get the entire window. You want to then scrub with your microfiber. Top down, top down. Always top to bottom. Scrub, squeegee. Scrub, squeegee. So what we're gonna do now is apply the nano coat now that we have removed all debris from the glass. When applying the nano coat, you don't wanna worry too much about if the window is still wet. Still works like a charm. You wanna spray it on and use that same scrubbing motion with your microfiber. And now you wanna buff out the streaks. This here is a technique for short people. So as long as you have the nano coat and you have that rubbing in motion, whether it's your microfiber, squeegee pad or rag, you want a circular motion, that nano coat into the glass. Now, after applying your nano coat, you want to pay attention to your frame, track, and seal detailing. Two methods, you always have your DI tank with the extension pole and pressurized water that gets into the grooves and the scrubbing motion. Or if your window is in more clean detail, we just spray soap and water into those crevices of the tracks and seals and wipe out the tracking area. In a situation where you have a window screen, the window screen will be removed, placed to the side. The frame of the window screen would be wiped, as well as the screen mesh would be wiped down. After applying all of your nanotech repellent, you would reapply the screen in its rightful place. This same method will be utilized throughout the entire home on every window.
So now that you know how to clean the windows, you're going to want to get set up on a CRM. It's a customer relation manager, so it's where you're going to store all your customers and ultimately generate these service plans. It also allows you to bill and track your KPIs or key performance indicators. So the CRM that I use is Field Routes. I'm going to link it down below. If you use that exact link, they'll be able to copy and paste everything I do in my business and how exactly we set up these plans. And at this point, you're gonna wanna get it set up with insurance. So I use Thimble. I'll link that down below as well. So the point is, you don't need crazy overhead to start. I would say probably around $1,000 in startup fees. That's what also makes this business just that much better. So now what everyone's been waiting for is how to actually sell these service plans. I know it can be daunting. You think, does anyone actually want this service? Can I actually get someone to sign an agreement for window cleaning? How am I gonna get card on file? Well, trust me, people want it and it's not too hard to sell. There's two methods, door-to-door and ads. So let's start out with door-to-door real quick. I'm gonna throw up a video of me actually selling a service plan on the door so you guys know it's possible.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Be quick, are you the owner here? Yeah, we're just over at Jim doing his exterior window cleaning. We're back out here on Monday, so we're doing $100 off. When was the last time you had all that done?
A long time ago.
Okay, what I've been doing for the neighbors, just so you at least know, is counting everything up and I'll just give you a quick price.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 20 to 30 windows for sure. Yeah, we do a 3-in-1. So we take out the screens, clean those, and then do all the frames, tracks, and sills. All the glass, we apply a protective coat, which just protects it from getting dirty in the future. So for that initial deep clean of everything, typically $3.99. We can get you in Monday. We can do everything for just $2.99. So we just break it up from there to just $79 a month. And we come out every quarter, clean up everything.
We can try by just for a couple months. Is possible?
Definitely try it out and see how it is. You guys can cancel throughout it.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. Can
Yes.
you follow me, please?
Yeah.
Can you do the pressure washing for this screen?
You get 15% off that, so $6.99 for everything.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, sounds good.
So you knock the door, they answer, and you say, hey, we're over at, reference a neighbor that you're doing. If not, say Bob, Sue, doesn't matter. Say, hey, I'm doing Bob's window cleaning. We're gonna be back out here tomorrow. We're taking off $100. When was the last time you guys had that done? They say it's been a while. Cool. What I'll do for you is count up the windows and I'll meet you in the backyard with a price. With these service plans, it's really crucial. You want to give the quote in the backyard. So you go back when you're doing the walk around, right? You're counting up how many windows they have and you're getting an idea of what you're going to price it. You want to get this dialed before you meet them in the backyard, so that way you don't hesitate and it doesn't come off as not confident. So when you go back in the backyard, you're now in their backyard. Look at yourself as a guest in their home. So build some rapport, talk to them. How long have they been in the home? You know, what do they do for work? How many kids do they have? What's their favorite car? Whatever it is, just build some rapport, give them a compliment, and then go straight into your service. So at this point, you're talking about what you're actually gonna do with the windows. Ideally, you wanna find a really dirty window, something with spots, something with algae, something with dust. Go over to them and show them exactly what you're gonna be doing. People listen visually rather than just kind of telling them. So you're doing all the frames, the tracks, the sills, taking out their screens, cleaning those, doing all the glass around the home. And then after, you're applying your protective coat. Listen up, this is crucial. When you're talking about that, you're telling them the coat only lasts 3 to 6 months. So all of your customers, this is where you play the bandwagon effect, all of your customers have you out every 3 months or every 6 months to keep the windows clean and protected. So now they're already prepped that it's going to be a plan. So when you're giving them the price, you're saying, cool, so for that deep initial clean of everything that we just talked about, it's usually $4.99, right? You're giving them a higher price now because you're building urgency on getting them on the schedule for the next day. So it's usually $4.99 for that deep initial clean. But if we can get you on the schedule tomorrow, we can do everything for just $3.99. And like I said, all of our customers have us out every quarter or every 6 months. I like to just lead with one option. That way, That way, it doesn't confuse them. Now, when we talk about ads, I'll go into it. That's where I like to kind of give them a couple options. But on the doors, I'm just leading with the quarterly. So it's usually $4.99. If we can get you done tomorrow, it'd be $3.99. And then all of our customers have us out every 3 months because that coat we apply only lasts 3 months. So we have to come back out every quarter, clean up everything, and reapply that coat. So after that $3.99, it's just $100 a month, and we come out every quarter. These are just hypothetical numbers, so don't take these to the grave. So at this point, they're either gonna say yes, great, you go straight into signing them up on a plan. Or they're probably gonna say something along the lines of, sounds good, do I have to have you come out every 3 months? And you're gonna say this exact thing, because they're thinking they're committing to you forever for window cleaning. In your head they are, but you just wanna take some pressure off. So what I say to this is, for that protective coat to work, we have to come out every 3 months. What I'll do for you, a lot of people do, is just get on our 12-month trial. That way you can see how the protective coat works. And if you hate it, we could just part ways after. This will take complete pressure off them and they'll say, cool, let's try it out. Now at this point, you pull up your phone, you're putting in their info. This is why it's really, really, really crucial. You have a good CRM that makes this process super seamless. So with field routes, you pull it up, you put in their info, you generate the agreement right then and there, and then you walk them through it. And you're walking them through it not like it's a giant agreement. It's just a scope of work. It's just the plan, right? So you're going through the pricing, confirming their info, everything looks good, cool. Yeah, we just need a signature and your approval at the bottom, make sure it looks good. Great, they sign. And now you get their card on file. Getting their card on file may seem scary, but I promise you, if you don't make it a big deal, it's not a big deal. So I like to say, yeah, we just need a card on file. Is credit or debit better? Okay, cool. Yeah, can you just go grab that for me? That way we have it on file. Thank you. And I usually just look down at my phone, keep typing in their info, just diffuses a lot of pressure. So now the second way we could sell these service plans is from ads or referrals. So when you get a lead in from, let's just say, Meta ads, right? You get all their name, their info, everything like that. You give them a call, and now it's a completely different sale than on the door, right? On the door, you're selling them on window cleaning. On the phone, they're already interested in window cleaning. You're now just having to give them a couple options and present it in a way that's very desirable for them to say yes. So I'm gonna give one a call real quick just so you guys can see it in live action.
Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Yes, she says.
Hi, Amy. This is Austin with H2O Bros. We got your form for window cleaning.
Hi, Austin.
How's it going?
Okay.
I'm just building out your quote right now and had a couple quick questions about the home.
Okay.
Do you have screens on all the windows around the place?
Some of the windows have screens, some don't.
Some of them have screens, some don't. Okay, cool. And then have you noticed any hard water spots on the glass?
Yes, on some.
On some,
Not
okay.
on all of them.
Okay, gotcha. And then are these hurricane grade impact windows?
Some, no, I know, this sounds funny. Some are and some aren't.
Some are,
I
okay.
have, yeah.
Gotcha. And then it looks like you wanted a quote for inside and out too, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So yeah, Amy, we have a couple different options. We have just our one-time clean, which is a bit more expensive, but it's pretty standard window cleaning where we do all the glass, frames, tracks, sills around the place. And then we have our protective plan option, which most of our customers are on. It's where we come out, do a deep clean of all the windows inside and out, and then apply our protective coat on the outside of the windows. And that protective coat kind of works like Rain-X. Have you heard of that stuff before?
Yes.
Yeah, so Rain-X lasts a couple weeks. The stuff we apply lasts 3 months. So all of our customers on that plan have us out every quarter to clean everything and then reapply that coat. So that way the windows stay protected. Were you looking more for like a one-time clean or more like a protective measure?
Well, I thought the protected measure lasted longer than 3 months. So I don't know that I could afford to have somebody come out here every 3 months to do that.
Yeah, so the service charge after the deep initial clean is a lot cheaper because we just come back out and that coat upholds it. So it's just kind of like a maintenance fee. So I can kind of tell you, for the protective plan for all the glass around the place, inside and out, would be $5.99. And then after that, again, we come out every quarter to clean everything and then reapply that coat. So after that $5.99 inside and out for us to come out and keep the outside clean and protected, it would just be $99 a month.
$99 a month. So that would be quarterly. That would be how much?
Just $297 per quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, right now I don't know if I can do that.
Okay.
I would like the protective coat, but I was hoping it lasted a long time, not just,
Yeah, it lasts like we are always conservative, so 3 months is kind of on the low end. It can last, like it does say it could last up to 6 months. But if we wanted to, we can just come out every 6 months for you. So it would just be, again, that $5.99 initial, and then after that it would just be $297 and we come out every 6 months. That way you still get the protective coat and reapplication.
Okay, so let me make sure that I understand this.
Yes.
So you're saying that the initial inside out wash and protective coat is $5.99.
Correct.
And then every 6 months I would owe you $297.
Correct. And we come do the outside and then put the coat back on the outside as well.
Well, that sounds a little bit more doable.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely have that option for you. And did you have like a time frame on this of when you were looking to get it done? Was it like soon or not pressing?
My windows are dirty.
It's that, yeah, no, I get you.
I just had a new roof put on both structures.
Oh, cool.
And the cottage has mullions on all the doors.
Okay.
And not the main house. I took them out. So the main house just has glass panels, but the cottage has mullions and there are 2, 4, 6 panels. So there's double doors,
Yeah.
So anyway, like $5.99 sounds very reasonable. So, but I'm having the gutters put on. They still didn't paint that. I'm having the gutters put on Monday, and anytime after that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Cool. Well, yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday we're actually to be in Wellington, so that's perfect enough. Let me just write this up, write up the scope of work, and then I'm gonna send it over to you over text. And then the email I got for you is okay. Yeah, let me just write this up. Take me a few minutes, and then I'll give you a quick call back.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Talk to you soon.
Do you have any references?
Yeah, did you like in Wellington area or just kind of all around? Yeah, I mean, I haven't had to send anyone references, but I could definitely find some people around you that could share their number.
I've never heard of you. I've never heard of you before, so
Okay.
no.
Yeah, we're I know. Do you know you're in Wellington, but you may know of like Lost Tree, Admiral's Cove, and Ibis neighborhoods. So we're like the sponsored window cleaners in those neighborhoods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Cool. Well, yeah. Let me just write this up, and I'll give you a quick call back.
My brother used to live in Admiral's Cove.
Yeah, it's beautiful over there. Great location.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Austin.
Yep. I'll talk to you soon, Amy.
All right.
All right. Bye. We're so locked in today. It's crazy. Have you guys ever heard of motion? That's what we got right now. Got motion.
Hello?
Hi, Amy. It's Austin again.
Hi.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just sent it over to the email and then your phone number. So yeah, if you can just pull that up for me, I want to make sure you got it and then just go through it real quick.
Okay, can you hold on? I'm right in the middle of doing something and I can't stop.
No worries at all.
Okay. So you sent it to me via text and email, is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah. It should be both.
I'm just looking at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to make sure if you had any questions on it.
So the recurring charge I have to pay up front?
No, so
I pay it when you come.
Yeah, it's after each service. Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
it'd just be after each service. But yeah, just go ahead and give that an approval on your end, and then once that's done, I'll put you on the schedule for Tuesday next week.
Okay. This coming week or the week after?
This coming week.
Where do I sign it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the bottom there.
Okay, so I have to use a credit card. All right. Okay, let me get the CVC. So you're not going to charge my card until after you're finished, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it won't be till after the service is done.
It says, welcome, Amy. Responsible balance 0.
Okay. Yeah, it hasn't charged or it hasn't invoiced you or anything because we haven't done the service. So yeah, all's good on your end. Yeah, it'll be like Tuesday morning. Should take us a good bit of the morning to probably 1 p.m. And then yeah, we'll let you know when we're on the way. If you have any questions, just you can give me a call back at this number.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of some of that. I mean, like some of the windows have bushes, but
Okay.
not all of them. There's only like one in the front of my house that has bushes in front of. No, 3 that have bushes, and then all the rest are clear.
Okay. Perfect. Sounds good, Amy. Well, cool. Well, yeah, you have a good rest the weekend, and then yeah, we'll see you Tuesday.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Austin.
Of course. See ya.
Take care. Bye.
Bango. 17:30 on the day. Signed and card on file. That's how it's done. So that's how easy the process is for closing service plans from ads, right? The form comes in, give them a call, give them the quote, run them through it, get them to say, cool, call them back. That's the key. You call them back after you already signed or after you've already sent the agreement, and then walk them through it. Make sure you get card on file, get them on the schedule, on the call, and then boom, right there. That was 1733 on the dot added to annual recurring revenue. Beautiful part about that is if you do a great job, reciprocity is the word I'm learning, where it means your customers love you throughout the year. They love your service. They like working with you. That 1733 AR is continuous every single year. Just got to make sure you do a good job. So here's basically the gist and the framework of that pitch, right? As you can see, I just called him, asked him a few questions, and then presented him a couple options. And if you listen closely, you can tell the one-time clean, I just kind of breeze over it, make it not sound that good, because I don't want them to do a one-time clean. The protective plan, I'm talking about it in a really positive way. You can hear my tonality shift. I'm building a lot more value with it. It's a lower price. I'm presenting it in a way that's like, oh man, I gotta have this protective plan. And ultimately, as you saw, they said yes. Crucial step at this point is I didn't just send over that plan and then say, hope he signs it, right? I said, let me write out the scope of work. I'll give you a quick call back, right? Takes me less than 2 minutes to build it out on field routes, call them back, and then walk them through it. This is really crucial because when they're reading it, you want to be on the phone with them. So that way, if they have any questions or maybe some more objections come up, you can be there to handle them, right? So I walk him through the scope of work. He signs at the bottom. And then most importantly, he puts his card on file. So these two sales are obviously different. One, you're selling more window cleaning. The other one, you're more just asking questions and then signing them up. The thing about ads though, is you got to spend a little upfront capital to test different creatives on which one's working and ultimately adjust according to your market. So with all this, you're going to want to be tracking your KPIs, your key performance indicators. We look at the cost per lead, the cost of actually acquiring the customer, and then our closing percentage. What all these are meant to do in basic terms is just make sure the business is making money. So if the cost per lead is too high, we're not going to be profitable because we're not going to have enough leads to actually close. So with ads, you're going to want upfront capital because you want to invest in a good lead management tool. So that's why I recommend, if you don't have too much upfront capital, start out with door-to-door. The lead management tool is really good because that way you can message the customer right away as the leads come in and then also track your KPIs. We use Rotor. So now hiring window technicians. So I'm gonna keep this super simple, right? You're gonna wanna make a job posting on Indeed, post the ad, go through your resumes. I like to look for guys with blue collar level of experience, call them, vet them. I'll link my vetting questions down below. And then from there, you're going to want to bring them out for a training day, teach them how to clean the windows. I really like to automate my cleaners by letting them know that they're their own boss. And if problems come up, they're on their own to solve them. Also, as you get to 2 or more technicians, look to hire a service manager. This is someone that is going to handle the entire cleaning side of the business. Very crucial because you need to focus on the revenue driving things, not the cleaning. So now we scale. As these service plans start to compound, the profits are gonna start to compound as well. So with those profits, you're gonna wanna invest into things like trucks, branding, marketing, more employees. And a good rule of thumb is put about 25 to 50% of those profits straight back into the company because that's how you're gonna scale the fastest. So how can we make the business sellable? Well, when someone's looking to buy your company, the biggest thing they're looking at is how self-sustaining is that business without you. So we're obviously still setting a lot of these things up in our business, but a few things I've learned is you want to have amazing service so your customers renew their contract. You want to have a lot of your customers come in through referrals, which ties back to amazing service. You want to have card on file, so that way when people look to buy the business, they see how many recurring customers are getting billed. And then the final thing, which we're working on heavily, is branding. Build out a good brand that goes beyond you. And these are all things you can implement as soon as you start your window cleaning business. The ideal multiplier we're looking for is about 3 to 4x EBITDA, which is basically the profits that the company generates each year. So this isn't gonna be an overnight thing. You will knock on doors, you will get told no, but every yes you get compounds. But the beautiful part is once systems are in place, the process is simple, scalable, and repeatable. So the beautiful part about this business model is after about a couple years, it's pretty automated and you're getting more customers through your ads and your referrals. And once the systems are in place, they kind of just scale themselves. So I've mentored a handful of people. I've taken Cody to over 50,000 a month in revenue, Brandon to over 60, and Jake to over 70. So if you want personalized help, I'll leave a link down below. Book a call and we'll see if it's a good fit. Otherwise, check out all the other YouTube videos I have posted. There will be a ton of value on how to start your window cleaning business.